Hi, my name is Cold Beer, and let's start with Let's Build a Zoo, which is free to play this whole weekend, just like Forza Horizon 5 by the way, which is not in this video. Anyway, let out your wild side and create your own animal empire in this cute expansive management sim. Here you'll import and breed rare creatures, hire the right staff, keep your visitors happy and deal with plenty of weird and wonderful events. You will be able to juggle through hundreds of buildings, foliage, path and enclosure decorations. Control everything that happens in your park, from what your animals eat to what eats your animals. And speaking about animals, here you'll find more than 500 different creatures. But that is not all. Try a hand at DNA splicing and stitch them together. Ever wanted to crossbreed a crocodile with an owl? Here you can. No, really, any combo is available. You can create over 300,000 different types of animals, although most of them will probably silently beg you,
Kill me now.
that is, if they could speak, but they are animals, so they will go
Ow, 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 ow.
and you will ignore their pleas. Also, every zoo owner is a businessman first and only then an animal lover. Just watch Tiger King. So money is way more important than ethics, and you want your zoo to thrive and be famous in the world.
Oh, shut up.
Darkest Dungeon. In this challenging turn-based roguelite RPG, you will recruit and train heroes and send them to battle in a variety of dungeons. Yeah, as always, send others to do your own job. The interesting part is that these said heroes are very, human. In-game they will battle not only enemies but also stress, fear and lack of potato salad, by which I mean hunger. So you will uncover strange mysteries and pit the heroes against an array of fearsome monsters. Game may not look like it's a lot of fun, but it is, believe me. Even though people love this game, at times it can seem punishing and unfair. But in general, Darkest Dungeon is fun if you like numbers, strategy and turn-based combat. Also, players are seeing many similarities with H.P. Lovecraft stories, like The Alchemist and famous Call of Cthulhu as well, not to mention overall dark and gloomy vibes. Far Changing Tides. It is absolutely without any doubt a work of art.
You said fart. A work of fart.
Oh, shut up. This is an atmospheric vehicle adventure that follows the emotional journey of a boy and his ship as he embarks on a voyage to find a new home. You will sail stormy waters, dive unknown depths and explore forgotten ruins in a beautifully realized world of flood. The game is filled with different landscapes, sun-scorched dusty plains, stormy skies and high seas. You will have to crack many puzzles as well and enjoy interesting mechanics. Also, I can't be silent about a very cool soundtrack that reacts to your actions, amplifies key moments and creates an atmosphere. Really cool. People on Steam are saying that the game is super chill and puzzles are not mind-bending, so if you are like me, a bit dumber, you'll be okay as well. And it also has a beautiful ending. Yes, Your Grace. In this kingdom management RPG, petitioners will arrive in the throne room each turn to ask for your advice and assistance. You will have to decide whether to help them with their problems or to conserve resources for more important matters. Your supplies are limited and not everyone has the kingdom's best interest at heart. You will not be alone in this task. You will hire generals, witches and hunters to aid your kingdom, prepare for battles and make alliances by satisfying the needs of lords and other kings. People on Steam are saying that the game makes you feel like a real king, although it is a bit depressing. Many of your choices have grim consequences and you are personally responsible for all of that. The Entropy Centre. Here an extinction level event has set the world on fire. You appear to be the last remaining person alive, so you could just move into rich people's houses or a bunker with fancy pools and golden spoons, but instead you are like, no, I'm going to the Entropy Centre where mankind's only hope lies at its very core. So as you can see, this is a puzzle game, but it is so innovative and well narrated that it has above 90% of positive reviews. People on Steam are saying that the scenario of the game could be easily remade into a sci-fi movie. It's that good. And if you are not good with puzzle games, don't worry, the difficulty is quite friendly, although it will take time to get used to time rewinding logic. Deliver Us the Moon. This is a single-player adventure sci-fi thriller set in an apocalyptic near future, where Earth's natural resources are depleted. A lone astronaut is sent to the moon on a critical mission to save humanity from extinction. And that astronaut is you, so we are all doomed. The story starts when one fateful night all communications with Earth ceased to exist and the energy source was lost. Now, years later, you assume the role of world's last hope on a do-or-die mission to investigate what actually happened. You will embark on this adventure with a small robot companion. Together you will traverse the moon, explore abandoned facilities, gather clues, and ultimately uncover the secrets and hidden agendas of those long gone. The game is quite short, it will take about 10 hours away from your boring life. It has a very positive review score, and if you like space adventures, it may be your spoon of potato salad. Call of Juarez, Gunslinger. This one and other games of the franchise are probably the most popular and well-known first-person shooters set in a Wild West. Here you will play as the best gunslinger West ever saw and blur the lines between man and myth. This adventure, made of memorable encounters, will unveil the untold truth behind some of the greatest legends of the Old West. And I'm talking about Billy the Kid, Pat Garrett, Jesse James, and Dick Penison. Oh, come on, who wrote this?
You did.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, with a gun holster tied to your leg, become a ruthless bounty hunter on a journey made of all-out gun battles. Master the art of blasting pistols, shooting rifles, and dodging bullets.
Metaphorically, right?
No, it's exactly like in The Matrix. You can slow time and actually dodge bullets. How cool is that? Also, I really like the narration part of the game. It is trying to hold your attention even when nothing is happening. Let's say you climb the ladder, but at the same time you are listening to the story, and that is really cool. People are comparing this style with an action RPG game Bastion, which also has the narration implemented. This is a really great invention, and I wish that more games had something like that. Well, with the ability to turn it off, of course. Across the Obelisk. A turn-based dungeon crawler roguelike RPG and a member of the deck-building family. You can play it alone or in 4-player co-op mode and prove that your party is led by a tactical genius. And it's you are a very smart and beautiful person. Now, subscribe, this praise isn't free. Anyway, the game is an owner of very positive reviews on Steam. 92% of players are happy with the purchase, so if a deck-building aspect doesn't scare you, it's a no-brainer. Especially if you have a friend with whom or from whom you can conquer these lands. You'll find more than 500 different cards and a procedural generated system that makes this game highly replayable. People on Steam are saying that this is a very fun game, although it might get boring after a while, so better snatch it on a sale. Dying Light Definitive Edition. This is a great deal which includes the full game and a huge expansion with a new story, vast original map, and a customizable buggy to drive. Also 2 additional game modes, 2 additional quarantine zones, exclusive weapons and outfits. The game has an overwhelmingly positive review score on Steam, and that makes at least 95% of all players happy with their purchase. Anyway, here you'll have to survive in a city ravaged by, obviously, zombie virus and freely roam around basking in its unique atmosphere. You will also use parkour skills to jump or climb buildings and reach remote areas. But the most dramatic shift in the world comes at the sundown, as you change from a hunter to a hunted. That is a terrifying experience, and you would never leave the safe zone at night, but the best quests and rewards await you only when the darkness falls. Also, if you are used to taking free games from the Epic Store, you may already have it, so check your library. Tacoma. This is a sci-fi narrative adventure set aboard a high-tech space station in the year of 2088. You will explore every detail of how the station's crew lived and worked. You will have to find the clues and unravel the gripping story of trust, fear, and resolve in the face of disaster. At the heart of the space station is the facility's digital surveillance system. It has captured 3D recordings of pivotal moments of the crew's life on the station. To be honest, that is a bit creepy to intervene in someone's life like that. Some Big Brother experience, I'd say. So as you explore, the story starts to unfold. You'll use your ability to rewind, fast forward, and move through the physical space of these complex scenes. Examine events from every angle, reconstructing the multi-layered narrative as you explore. People on Steam are saying that the game is really interesting and the story is amazing. A very positive review score confirms that with ease. Amid Evil. This is a retro-looking first-person shooter built on Unreal Engine 4, continuing the carnage of legendary Heretic. So if you are old enough and Heretic plays some strings in your mind, you already know that this game is worthy of your attention. Overwhelmingly positive reviews should help as well. You'll find 7 distinct episodes, each featuring a completely different setting and enemies. Also magical weaponry that can be overcharged with the souls of the dead, and endless hordes of evil to eradicate. Players on Steam are praising the game because of its awesome music and visuals and incredible weaponry. There is also a VR version of the game available. Also, you can try a free demo as well. Choo-Choo Charles. Here you will navigate a massive play area in a cute little train, and your mission here is to kill and destroy another train, which is a bloodthirsty spider train named Charles. So Mr. Charlie is a very bad train. He misbehaves by eating people alive. He's very hungry train, and he won't stop until you stop him. With machine guns, rockets and other weaponry. People on Steam are praising the game for having a great story, characters, concept and design. It's a short game though, it will take about 3 hours to beat it, but those hours will be legendary. Game has a very positive review score, so don't hesitate. If you ever wanted to hunt for some killer spider train, it is your chance. The biggest downside of the game is that you can't romance other trains or Charlie himself. It would be great if the story took a turn towards breeding new Charlies, so you can cross that out of your bucket list yet, but who knows what next patch will bring us. Shadow Tactics: Blades of the Shogun. This is a hardcore tactical stealth game set in medieval Japan around the Edo period. You will take control of a team of deadly specialists and sneak into the shadows between dozens of enemies. Choose your approach when infiltrating mighty castles, snowy mountain monasteries and hidden forest camps. Set traps, poison your opponents or completely avoid enemy contact. Game has an overwhelmingly positive review score, meaning that for this price it is a masterpiece. Although keep in mind that the game sometimes may prove to be insanely difficult and some missions are beyond hard to crack. So be sure that you have not forgotten how to use that tiny, not very important organ between your ears, because you will need it more than ever. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. If you were looking for a story-rich AAA game, search no more. Here you as young Sherlock Holmes will struggle to prove yourself as you navigate an exotic, dangerous island in the Mediterranean to investigate the mystery of your mother's death. Your legacy is written by the decisions you make. Deception, violence and deduction are just a few resources in your arsenal. Whether you choose brute force to solve problems or stay one step ahead of your enemies by using your wits to spot vulnerabilities, you must carefully decide what situation demands as you hone your investigative skills. It's time to confront your past so you can become the legend you're destined to be. People on Steam are saying that you shouldn't play it if you are dumb or something, so carefully assess your mental capabilities before embarking on this journey for averagely smarter people. The game is set in an open world and the discount is really not so bad this time. And now, thank you for watching, have a nice day and I'll see you next time. Bye!